welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to have a very different video in my channel, and it's all about doing medical residency in Turkey. There are a series of steps that person who has graduated outside Turkey who is supposed to do and has to follow before starting or registering residency here. So the main four processes that you will have to undergo is: 1, you have to learn Turkish language; 2, you have to pass the Hds exam; 3, you have to work as an final clinical attachment in a hospital in Turkey; 4, you have to pass a Tus exam. So you have to pass through these 4 steps before you can start your residency here. So, and after all, the general thing you have to do is to convert your certificates, your diplomas that you have earned from other countries, that to be equivalent with the certificates here in Turkey. So you have to send your certificates to the Ministry of Health in Turkish government, and you have to do that process. But that's the process. That's the thing that you have to do generally before you start the clinical attachment in Turkey. Yeah. So the first thing you have to do is learn Turkish. It takes about 8 months to 1 year maybe to learn complete full of Turkish if you are like zero Turkish speaker. I was a zero Turkish speaker when I came to Turkey, but it took me like 8 months with a course for Turkish language. And then after that, because I studied here my medical degree, so after I finished my Turkish language course, I entered my first year of medicine. So if you finish your Turkish language course, you may or may not want to do like a medical terms course. It can be like short for like about 2 months or 3 months. This is going to help you to be familiar with the medical terms in Turkish. They're not so much different because it's almost like the same, the Latin words that are used in Turkish. The second step you have to do is to pass Hds exam. This is a severe test. It's never in Turkish, but it's like to see which level you are in. So it compares the clinical subjects like pediatrics, general surgery, internal medicine, obstetric and gynecology, together with the minor surgeries. So you have to enter this exam consisting of 120 multiple choice questions. All questions are in Turkish, and you have to get at least 60 out of 100 from this exam for you to carry on to the next step. So after passing the Hds exam, now you can do the clinical attachment in Turkey. So you're going to apply in a hospital. There are some sites that are going to help you to do that, and there are specific times that you can apply. I think after the results of Hds exams are out. So you are going to apply in a hospital in a city where you would want to reside. It's easy and you can just get it. And you're gonna work there as an intern maybe, but as a like a field or something, and you're gonna have to work there together with the other interns that are in that hospital for about 6 months. Yeah, and after you finish that clinical attachment, you can get permission to work or to study to do your residency here. So the final step in doing the residency is the main step. You have to pass the Tus exam. This Tus exam is the one that is going to make you determine which course you're going to take, because it's all about the points. So the exam consists of the basic part of the exam, and there is a clinical part of the exam. The clinical part is almost the same as the Hds exam, but for you to pass Tus, you have to do both of them again. Like you have to do the clinical part again. So you have to do the basic exam, which comprises of anatomy, biochemistry, physiology, blah blah blah, pharmacology, and all those. and it has 120 multiple choice questions. And this session is done mostly in the morning of the day, and in the evening of the day you're going to enter the clinical part of the exam that was mostly equivalent to the Hds exam that you have done previously. And it has also the same like general surgery, obstetrics and gynecology, internal medicine, and that sort of stuff. So after the results of TUS comes out, if you get at least 45 out of 100 from each exam, you can make a choice. You can make a choice to choose a subject you want to specialize in. But mostly, if you want to do a clinical residency, they will going to use your clinical exam points. And if you want to do the basic medicine residency, they are going to use the basic medicine points. So if you want to be specialized in anatomy, then they're going to use the basic points, and they're going to disregard the clinical points. If you want to do, let's say, obstetrics and gynecology, they're going to use the clinical points. And actually, there's an advantage for foreign students, that the points the foreign students use to enter the residency are a little bit lower compared to the points that the Turkish people use to enter the residency. This is a kind of advantage, but this is going to lead to another disadvantage in the future, because the salary that you're going to get is going to be lower compared to the salary that the Turkish people get. It's almost half, but they're trying to increase the salaries for foreigners and making the working environment for foreigners even much better compared to it was before, when the foreigners were not even being paid at all. But now they're being paid. If you want to learn more about the payments when you're working as a medical resident here, you can just comment down below, and I will make another whole video about the payment. But in general, these are the steps that you have to do if you want to do residency in Turkey. It may seem like a lot of steps, but if you really want this, you can do it. So let me just end here, and if you have any more questions, just leave them down below and I will respond to them quickly. If you want me to do any more videos about the more detailed of these steps, just comment down below and I will respond to you so quickly. So thank you very much for watching, and bye bye.